Hello, welcome to Cajun Prairie Knits. My name is Kim. This is Christy, and today is September 28th, I believe. And this is episode 14. I think it's 14. um, so yes, I have quite a bit of knitting to show today, and a little bit of crochet and something I got in the mail, and I think that's it. It's been a little while since I filmed. Last time I recorded and then I couldn't upload it because my computer finally gave up on me. It's just iMovie wasn't working. It wouldn't let me. It wouldn't open anything, and yeah, it's just like crazy slow. It's old, so I had to wait till I got a new computer before I could upload the last one. So I got a laptop, and very happy with that. So anyway, so I have done. You hot? Yeah. Quite a few things since then, and the first thing I did was a really small project, but it was fun and I finished it. So I made, I think I showed the yarn last time, that purple Plymouth, I think it's merino worsted, superwash merino worsted, it's superwash, that I was going to use to make a, Christy, you need to go get some water? Why don't you go get some water? I used to make a baby vertebrae for a gift. So here it is. It's so cute. So yeah, I did the I think it was the 0 to 3 month size, and I can't remember what size needles I used. I think I used just like a size smaller than whatever they said. Like if they said to use a 7, I used a 6. So, but it was very easy pattern. So if you've never knit a sweater before and you want to start with like something small, like a baby sweater, although they have an adult size too, or in a child size, so you could, it's the same thing, so you could do that would be good too. It's super easy. You basically do like the little cast on and do this little raglan sleeve, and then you just knit the little body part and the ribbing, and then you pick up all around here and do the collar ribbing, bands, whatever you call it, and that's it. So yeah, super easy. There's a free version. The newborn is free. If you want any of the other sizes, you have to buy the separate patterns. They have like baby, and then I think one for kids, and then an adult one. So yeah, so I'm really happy with that, and now I can give it away. And let's see, the next thing I did was, I don't, if you've watched before, I was gonna make my mom a shawl for her birthday or Christmas. Her birthday has passed, so it's Christmas. And I had started one, a Lee Meredith, like adventure cowl that I've done before, where you can pick your own pattern, stitch patterns to put into the shape of the shawl. But the yarn I'm using is this Tweedy Knit Picks City Tweed DK, I think it is. And it just wasn't showing the patterns very well. And also I have to look at the little pattern book and read each line when I was doing it. It's fun. I like doing those patterns, but it was not something I could just pick up and do easily and then put down. So, and I hadn't worked on it in forever, so I was like, okay, that's not gonna happen. So I ripped it out, and I decided to make a Stephen West pattern that I've been wanting to make forever. I've had this pattern for over a year. And I've tried to make it a couple of times. I just never had the right yarn that would work for it. So I'm doing the dotted rays, which is like a big, I don't even know what you call this shape. It looks, the shape you see right here, this is the shape except bigger. It just keeps growing. So it's like skinnier on one end, and then the wedges keep getting bigger and bigger. So it's really cool. And I don't know if you can see, it's got, there you go. The green is the big wedges, and then the little stripes in between with the eyelets is the gray. Because I only have one ball of the gray, and then I think I have 4 of these, 3 or 4. So I'm just gonna go until I run out, or if I run out of this first. Whichever one I run out of first, then I'll stop. So that should make a nice big shawl, and it's very easy. Each wedge is a little, it's basically the same, but the numbers of the short rows and things changes. So you don't really have to pay that much attention. You just, okay, what number am I doing on this one? Okay, and then you can do that wedge, and then you can read again to do the next one. So yeah, it's really easy and fun, like most Stephen West patterns are. So I'm pretty sure I will want to finish this one and work on it and finish it by Christmas, hopefully. Because I have 2 sweaters I'm working on, something else I'm going to show you in a minute, and then another thing that I'm going to show you in a minute. So yeah, and then a hat, 2 hats, and yeah. So hopefully I will get this done by Christmas, so we'll see. But yeah, it's really squishy, and I think this is a 7, yeah, US 7 4.5 millimeter Knit Picks Caspian wood needles. Like, I almost always use wood needles. Okay, and then the next thing that I worked on, it's not actually cool here yet, although tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 80s, and tomorrow night it's supposed to be 55, which is amazing. So I can't wait for that. So I actually got out my crochet blanket that I haven't worked on. I don't remember when I worked on it. I think I started it like 4 years ago, and it's really not that. I have like all the squares just about made, and I was starting to piece it together, so I can finish it really fast now. I mean, I can see the end in sight, and it's actually about to be a time of year when I can use it, so maybe I want to finish it. So I got that out, and I also got it out because I went to the Needle Arts group at the library again last week, and I have discovered that I can't do anything, I don't even want to say difficult, because what I brought last time was a sleeve, and all I had to do was count rounds, so I'd know when to decrease, and I lost count. So basically something super easy is all I can handle. So I thought, okay, I'll try and put those squares together on that crochet blanket. That'll be easy. And I managed to put one on sideways. I did something else crazy, but it's crochet, so you just rip it out really quick and start over. So it's not like knitting. Much easier to fix mistakes, for me anyway. So let me show you some of the squares for this is a drops pattern. I think it was a fingering weight on their website, but I'm using a Aran or worsted weight yarn. I'm using Lion Brand Amazing, which is like a fake looking Noro yarn where it's got the long color changes, and it's 55% wool, 45% acrylic, so I can put it in the washing machine, but it still has some wool in it. And it comes in all kinds of colors. So I don't even know how many different colors I bought, but quite a few. And there's no way I would have been able to make this with Noro or anything else unless, I won the lottery or something. So these were like $5 a ball, I think. and I can get at least 5 squares out of one ball, so like $1 for each square. So it's not expensive. So here's one of the squares. So it's like a circle and then a square around it. So you can see the long. This is all one colorway. And sometimes it works out like this, where the whole center is one color and then the edging comes out another color. This one is sort of all multicolored, and then here's one of the lighter colored ones. Just the center is one color, and then I have some neutral colored ones. That's the back of it. Let's see, and I have quite a few purple colorways. These are all the backs. There we go. There. Anyway, they're really easy to make. A simple pattern. Once I make one, I can remember how to do the other ones without looking. And then I am putting them together with, but he looks like he's gonna bark. With this, which is not Knit Picks. It's Lion Brand again. I think it's Wool-Ease, which is mostly acrylic with a little bit of wool. And I'm cutting my head off. And it's like a light, very light blue. It's almost gray, sort of a neutral color. So I needed something that I can also wash in the washing machine. That wasn't too expensive, and that's what I ended up with. I didn't want to do black, and I didn't want to do white, and I somehow ended up with this sort of light blue color. And I'm using a size I 5.5 millimeter hook. I like these ones with the rubber grip because I can't really crochet for too long without my wrist starting to hurt, so this helps a little bit. Okay, so let me show you some of the strips that I have put together already. Here's one, and this is the front. So I've got 8 squares in each strip right now, which is, I think, let's see, it's probably like 4 feet long. It's less than 5 because I'm pretty sure it's shorter than me, and it's plenty wide enough, but I don't think it'll be long enough because right now I have enough squares to do 8 this way and then 8 rows that way, so like a square. But I wanted to be able to cover my feet and come up to, like right here and go over my feet. So I'm thinking I'll do another 8 squares and add another strip, so I have at least 9. So it'll be 8 by 9 and maybe 8 by 10 if I have enough yarn. Because I have, I have this one that I haven't made any squares out of, and at least one more, and then some little extra bits that are left over after making the 5 out of this. So we'll see. But right now I have 2, 3, 5, I think, of these put together, and then I have the little stacks ready to go for 3 more. So I have all the 8 by 8 squares done. I just need to put them together. Yeah, so there's another one that's already put together. And another one. This one's got some pretty colors. It's got some brighter squares in it. So yeah, so you do, it's a pretty cool way to attach the squares. I've never done anything like this before. But you basically take two squares, or say I want to put this one on here. I'll put the right sides together, and then it's a free pattern. You start in a corner and attach the yarn here and do like a single crochet and a chain, and then you go into this corner of the back square and do the same thing, single crochet and chain. Then you come back to the front and go into the first double crochet and do the same thing, and then the back one, back and forth like that, and then it ends up attached like this. And then so you do that in all your strips, and then you put your strips together and go in between the strips and attach them that way. And then there's a border that, like a little scalloped, I think, border that goes around the edge, which I haven't decided what I'm going to do for that yet, because I only have 3 balls of this, and I put 4 or 5 of these together so far, and this is still the first ball, so I know I'll have enough to attach them all together, but I don't know if I have enough to after that to do the border, because I have 3 of these, so we'll see. If I don't, then I might have to pick another color to do around the edge. But anyway, that's fun, and I'm really excited to finish it and have a blanket. I think I've made like lap blankets, but I've never made a big blanket before. This would be the first one that's like of any kind of size that I'll complete, hopefully. Hopefully soon. And I hopefully will need it soon, so that would be lovely. Okay, so I think that's all the projects I really worked on. I did a little bit of my sleeve on my Moto vest, which is getting pretty long. It's maybe the first sleeve is maybe down to here, but otherwise it looks the same. Yeah, I think that's it. So the next thing I did was I ordered some yarn for the Stephen West mystery knit along, which starts next week. Yay! I do those every year. I've done the last 4. The only one I didn't do was the first one. So what I thought I would do today is show you all the previous ones and then show you the yarn I have for the next one. So the only reason I didn't do the first one is I wasn't knitting shawls when that one came out. I knitted my first shawl right after that one. That's when I discovered Stephen West and shawls that weren't super lacy. And I was like, oh, these look fun. But I didn't actually like the first mystery shawl, so I'm kind of glad I didn't do that one. It's not bad. I just, you know, I'm fine with having missed that one. So the first one I did was Rockefeller, and this is mine. I used a lace weight yarn for mine. In the pattern, it's a light fingering. So I used what did I use? Madeline Tosh Prairie. And let's see if I can remember the colors. Well, I definitely know this color. This is Earl Grey, which I love. It's like a tea color with little specks of blue and like a sort of a gold color. Anyway, I love that. And then this one is, I believe it's Orchid, is the other color I used. And this was really fun to make. As with most of these patterns, when the rows start getting really long or something gets really tedious, sometimes I'll get a little bored. So it took me a while to finish this part. On the second one. But other than that, it was basically really fun the whole time. And I wore it a lot. It's super light. It's like you barely have anything on. I love the light fingering weight yarn. And yeah, you can wear it. I can't do it. It's so hard to put shawls on while watching yourself. Anyway, you can wear it like that, but I usually will do sort of just wrap it like a scarf, or do more of a sideways kind of thing like that. Yeah, I've worn this one a ton. So, and the yarn's holding up pretty well. It did get a little bit fuzzy, kind of worn on the edge where it was when I wear it, when it rubs against like my bag or something. But it's a single ply superwash, so could pretty much expect it to do that. So that's my Rockefeller. And then the next year was Color Craving. Yeah. So my Color Craving is gigantic, as most people's are. There. So here's the it's like a big triangle if you haven't seen this one. So it starts, oh, it's really weird construction. So it was very interesting to make. Oh, don't bark, buddy. And so, yeah, there's the triangle, keeps going and going and going, and there. It's huge. And after I had a good time making this one. Those last rows are crazy because you're going all the way around this whole triangle, and then the little picot edging is all the way around, which is fine because I like doing bind offs, but it did take quite a while. Oh, and I didn't tell you what the yarn was. The red speckly one and the blue, the navy blue, are both Dream in Color Smushy with Cashmere, which was my birthday yarn the year before this shawl came out. We went to New Orleans and I went to the Quarter Stitch and bought those two skeins just because I liked them, and then they sat in my stash until I figured out what to do, and then it's like, okay, they look good together, I'll just get another color and use them for the Stephen West shawl. And the other color I got was this one here is Madeline Tosh Sock in a colorway that's discontinued, so I guess it doesn't really matter what it is, but I forgot what it is. It's not Badlands, but sand dune, I don't know, some kind of tan. Anyway, golden tan color. Anyway, so that one was really fun, and it took me a while to figure out how to wear this one, but once I did, I really liked it. And I kind of do like this, the long point of the big part of the triangle down my back, and then just wrap this crazy end around. And yeah, I love the way asymmetrical shawls look, but when I'm cold, sometimes it bothers me that one arm is not warm and the other one is. But yeah, I love these colors. It's very me. It goes great with my coat because I have a brown leather coat and I have a navy blue wool coat. So, and then I love red. So, yeah. Really like that one. It did really hurt my wrist going around and around this giant square. So I don't know if I would knit this one again, just for that reason, because it really hurt doing these, especially the, where are they? These corners when you do all these yarn overs and turns, and that's the part that kind of hurt a little bit, because it's at such a weird angle, sharp angle, that your stitches are really smashed up all together, and it's tight for a little while before you get past that corner. Anyway, so there's number 2, and then the third one I did was Exploration Station, and I went crazy with this one. This one actually came out on my birthday. They're almost always in the fall, either October or November. This one was in November, so it started on my birthday, and I ordered all the yarn for this one. Yeah, So this was my birthday yarn, and I went kind of color crazy. I don't normally do super bright colors, but I was really wanting to use Edison Bulb by Madeline Tosh, and then I love the black and white speckled one, which is what's it called? Optic. Love that one. So I knew I wanted those two, and then I had to pick two other colors that I thought might go with it, with those. So I picked this pink, which is something Sorry, Vintage Sorry, I think. Yeah. And then the green is Big Sur, I believe. Yeah, pretty sure. And then that's the Optic and the Edison Bulb. And that's everybody's seen Exploration Station. This is my Exploration Station, which is gigantic. I have to get way back here so you can sort of see it all. I did it just like the pattern. The only thing I did different, because I tend to do something different. I didn't do anything different on Rockefeller. I did do something different on this one. On Color Craving, I did the edging in the blue, but then I bound off with the red at the picots. And the same with this. I did the edging like I was supposed to do, then I bound off with the Vintage Sorry instead of with the Optic. And I love this shawl. That's the back, sorry. This is, yeah, there's the front. There's the brioche. That was my first brioche, which I love. It's super fun. I love doing this section. Love doing the brioche section. This one kind of killed me a little bit because it's got a section where you're basically doing knit one, purl one all the way across. That hurts. So I didn't enjoy that one so much. This one just got a little boring because it's just garter stitch. You're changing colors in a weird way, but it's basically just knit the whole time, so it was a little boring. And then I love doing the chevrons, were super fun, and I love I-cord, so that was super fun. So overall, this was I really enjoyed this pattern, and I definitely would consider knitting this again. In different colors, just because I loved knitting with these colors. I had a great time. I'm glad I picked them. It was fun, but they don't go with anything I have. So basically I wear it in the house like a little blanket when it's cold, which works fine. You know, I just don't I hardly ever wear it outside the house because it doesn't go with anything. But the shape is great for just, you know, you can put it on and everything's warm. It's symmetrical. It's covering both my arms. You can wrap up in it like a big blanket. Oh, yeah, I love it. So, yeah, I wear that in the house all the time in the winter. And I've already showed y'all the last one, but I'll just show you again real quick. This is, what's the name of it? It's the one they just did last year. The Doodler. So here's my Doodler, which I haven't gotten to wear yet because I just finished it during the summer. So it hasn't been cool enough to wear. But there's my Doodler, which is also Madeline Tosh, these two. And then the border is, what is it? Baby Silkpaca. Whoever makes that, I forgot. Held double because it's a lace weight. So, yeah, and this one I love just draped over too. And I don't actually care if it goes with anything because it's just so awesome. And I would definitely make this one again as well. If my sister steals it, then I might have to make another one. Because she has claimed that she will steal this. We will see. Okay, so this year's pattern is called Building Blocks, and Steven's using a yarn that's almost a sport weight, and it's a non-superwash, which is super exciting. But I wasn't gonna try and fight for that exact yarn, the hedgehog fiber kits and all that. Yeah, I'm not doing all that. So I had some Brooklyn Tweed Loft that, see, I had this color, which is Old World, which is a super dark blue with red and sort of a teal speckles in it. It's really pretty. And this was Vacation Yarn. I got this in New York last year at Pearl Soho. So I had 2 skeins of that. And then this is Loft in Homemade Jam, which is left over from my Marshall cardigan. So I have a full skein, and then this one I hardly used any in this one. And you need 400 yards of each color, and 2 skeins is like over 500, so I should have plenty. So I had those 2, so they needed 2 more colors because it's a 4-color shawl. So I ordered 2 more colors of Brooklyn Tweed Loft, and I got Tint, which is a pretty green, kind of a avocado-ish army green with yellow speckles. And then I got kind of a neutral, which is, I think this is tallow. Yeah. Which kind of has, I don't know how it's coming up on there, but it's more of like a apricot sort of light neutral color. So that's my 4 colors. And there's an A, B, C, D, and he said to kind of do like a and B together and a C and D together. So I think what I'm going to do is have these be together, the blue and the green, and then these 2 together. I also really like these 2 together and these 2, but that's kind of Christmassy, and I don't know if there's enough contrast between these 2. So I think it'll contrast better if I do it the other way. So today I wound those up and I did a little swatch. So this is the blue and the green together, and then the red and the neutral color. And then I did put the green again next to the red, and yeah, I don't think I like that. I think I like it better how I have it. So we'll see. In the pattern, Stephen uses a 5. But the gauge is like 26 stitches is 4 inches, and this is a size 3 needle, and it's like 4 1/4 stitches, which I'm not using a size 2 needle to knit the shawl. So this is as small as I'm gonna go. I'm gonna use the 3, and it's not too tight. I think it's fine. I think it'll show stitch definition okay and still be drapey. But I'm super excited about this because I love Loft and I love Stephen West patterns. So hopefully it'll come out nice and I will like it. And yeah, so we'll see next week how that works out. Also, I'm taking a mini vacation next week. I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm gonna be like massively cleaning. I have a really small house, but I'm gonna like clean out my whole bedroom, which has all my yarn in it. So that'll be the fun part. I'm gonna like go through all my clothes, all my books, and all my yarn, which will take forever. Not the yarn, the books and the clothes will take forever. I don't have that much yarn. And then reorganize everything. So that should be fun. And then I want to set up my yarn in a more, and my shawls and everything in a better place. They're kind of shoved in the corner of my closet right now, and I can't see anything. There's no light in that closet. So hopefully I'll give enough stuff away that I can make an area where I can have it where I can see it. That's the goal anyway. And then yeah, hopefully I'll have that done by Friday so I can cast on the shawl, and then I'll have the weekend to knit or do whatever, spin or do something fun. So I'm gonna try and do the whole cleaning process in like 3 or 4 days. Hopefully that'll work. So I think that's almost it. I just have one more thing to show you, which is not at all knitting related. But I got a new toy that's really fun, and I thought I would just share it in case anybody is interested. Um, I love taking pictures. I love photography. I haven't had a real camera in a long time, so I've mostly just used my camera phone, which is good. You know, the iPhone has a pretty good camera on it. That's what I'm using right now to record on. So I can't show you exactly how this works, but it's I got some lenses that fit onto your phone. And it's not just for iPhones. It's supposed to fit almost any kind of cell phone. But the ones I got are these ULA lenses. Is the little bag that they came with. It came with 2 lenses, actually 3. The first one looks like this, so it comes with this little clip, and this part fits over your camera. You know, the little camera lens. You can put it on the front lens or the back, and then you slide this down over the top of your phone so that stays on, and then you pull the little lens cap off, and there's your lens. And this one's a fisheye lens, which I've played with a little bit, but not as much as the other one. But it's fun. If you like to take selfies, which I don't, but if you do, and you put it on the front camera, you don't have to have like super long arms. You'll look much better because it gets like a wider view and pushes everything back. I've used it for some forest pictures because it's really hard to get terrain to look like it does in real life, but this actually helped quite a bit for that. You can see how tall the trees are, and you can see the trails and things better. So I'm still playing with that one. The one that I use the most is the macro, because I love taking close-ups, and I love little details, basically. So like close-ups of flowers and insects and mushrooms and that kind of thing. So this one comes with actually 2 lenses that you can detach from each other. So the first one, if you do it just like this, is a 24 times macro, and then it's easier to do when it's actually on the phone, but because I can't hold on to it. Yeah, that one screws off, and there's a 12 times macro, which I use all the time. This one is whatever you're taking the picture of has to stay still, and you have to stay still. You basically have to put the lens, it's got a little protective edging, so you basically have to put it like right on top of whatever you're taking the picture of, and don't move or it's going to be blurry. This one is much easier to use. Not quite as close up, but it's plenty close up. And it's super fun. I've been using it a lot. So I'm going to put some pictures that I took with those in at the end so you can see what it looks like. But if you like that kind of thing, you might want to look into it. I saw on Amazon after I bought these from their website. They were on sale over Labor Day holiday, and they make all kinds of different ones. So I didn't know they had that many. So I am in no way affiliated with these people. They looked good. I saw them on Instagram. I bought them, and I really like them. But they have cheaper ones, and they have all different kinds of brands. So, feel free to, if you're interested, to shop around and see what you like. And I would be interested in anybody finds knows of other brands that they like of the lenses you can put on your phone. And hopefully one day we'll get a real camera again, because that would be fun. Okay, I think that's all I have, which is pretty much, I went 40 minutes. I've been doing like 18 minutes. I knew I had a lot, so I hope everybody has a good week, and that you actually have nice weather wherever you are in the world. If you're into spring now, or if you're in the fall, hopefully you will enjoy whatever weather you're having. I know I will be very happy in the next couple days if it's actually cooler. That would be great. So y'all have a good week, and hopefully I'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Bye.